Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the faculty and staff, welcome to the awards and hooding ceremony for the Medical University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy class of 2020. These graduates have walked a long and often difficult road to get to this moment. The last leg of the journey has been a new territory for all of us, and today is no exception. This is the first virtual awards and hooding ceremony in the history of MUSC. We, the faculty and staff, feel particularly privileged to share this special afternoon with this exceptional class, their families, and their friends. We are all live participants in today's ceremony. With that in mind, we all must be patient with whatever technology glitches we will run into, especially user error. I guess the class of 2020 was able to withstand the impact of a sudden pandemic that brought the world to its knees. They can certainly withstand the internet going down during the ceremony today. In fact, it is the resilience of the class of 2020 that brings us together today. We believe their ability to make things work no matter the obstacles, and we owe it to them to do the same. MUSC's motto is changing what's possible. That's exactly what we're doing today. Even before COVID-19 made this historic occasion, the class of 2020 was a historic class. These students were the first to enter the independent MUSC College of Pharmacy following a decade of operation as the South Carolina College of Pharmacy. After 140 years of operation, it was new territory. We all went through it together as a family then, and it gives me great pleasure to do the same with you here today. I am also pleased that Dr. Lisa Saladin, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, and the James Colbert Endowed Chair, has taken time to help us kick off this historic occasion. Dr. Saladin, it is my distinct privilege to introduce you to the MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. First of all, congratulations, College of Pharmacy graduates. You are heroes. In no uncertain terms, all of you graduates and those in your profession are heroes who should be recognized for your contributions always, but especially in this pandemic. I've seen tributes to nurses and physicians and postal workers and first responders and Amazon workers, but I haven't seen any dedicated to pharmacists. You are on the front lines and you are risking your health to be there for all of us who require the medications you provide to stay healthy. So I thank you to all of you. Thank you for your commitment and dedication during the challenges of the last 4 years. Thank you for being the only MUSC graduates who sustained your clinical training through most of the last few months, and thank you for being our heroes. A hero is often defined as one who puts the health and welfare of others before themselves, and you've definitely met that criteria during this pandemic. I wish we could be here all together to give you the formal graduation ceremonies that you deserve to celebrate all that you've accomplished. But I think you've done a great job in working with your faculty to create this virtual ceremony, and I honor you for being adaptable during these challenging times. In closing, I urge you to mentor others and contribute to the education of future pharmacy students and residents. The wisdom and experience you have gained will help shape the careers of those that follow you. On behalf of President Cole, the Board of Trustees, and the senior leadership of MUSC, I welcome you as our new alumni and as our colleagues on the healthcare team. I wish you success in your future careers, and I wish you and your loved ones continued good health. Congratulations, and now it's time to celebrate. So I send you all a toast. Congratulations, College of Pharmacy graduates, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Saladin. We are going to begin this afternoon's ceremony with the presentation of the Graduate Student Awards. The Honors and Awards Committee always has a difficult task determining the recipients of these awards. Faculty, staff, preceptors, students are solicited for award and nominations. The committee received a record number of nominations this year, well over 100, which further highlights the caliber of this outstanding class. The Honors and Awards Committee is made up of faculty, staff representatives, and they determine the recipients of these awards. Each award recipient received a white envelope in their celebration box from the college and was asked not to open this envelope until the award winners are announced today. If your box included an envelope, please take a moment to make sure it is readily available. When your name is announced as the recipient of the award, you will be spotlighted on the camera. Please open your envelope and share your award certificate on camera with everyone. Your actual award will be mailed to you following today's ceremony. We encourage everyone to use the chat and emoji features in Zoom to send congratulatory messages to the award recipients. I now call Dr. Nicole Bohm to present the first award.
The Excellence in Clinical Communication Award honors a graduate who has exhibited high academic achievement and superior verbal and written communication skills. This year's Excellence in Clinical Communication Award recipient is Caitlin Kerr. Caitlin's APPE preceptors highlighted her aptitude in both verbal and written communication, including with her notes, interactions with her pharmacy colleagues and patients, and team in-services. Her great communication skills also played a role in helping her team earn very high marks in local and state clinical skills competitions. She'll be using these skills next year during her residency at Queens Medical Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. Congratulations, Caitlin. Dr. Nicole Pilch will now present the MUSC Awards.
It's my honor to present the MUSC Awards. The MUSC Academic Excellence Awards are presented to two graduates who exhibit outstanding achievements in the study of pharmacy. The first award goes to Allison Kuhn. I was fortunate enough to have Allison on rotation during her P4 year. She has demonstrated a quiet confidence and will be doing well working with America's heroes as she has accepted a PGY1 residency at the Ralph H. Lauren VA Medical Center here in Charleston. Allison, congratulations on your achievement. The second MUSC Academic Excellence Award recipient is Erin Schaefer. Congratulations, Erin. Erin will be joining the CVS team on the front lines of the vital healthcare provider team, which has remained open during the midst of this global lockdown. Thank you for bringing your high-level skills and aptitude to this critical role. Dr. Chris Wisniewski will now present the Mylan Award.
The Mylan Excellence in Pharmacy Award honors a graduate in the top 25% of the class who demonstrates high professional motivation and superior proficiency in drug information services. This year's Mylan Award recipient is Noah Smith. Noah, who also earned his MBA while at MUSC, was really impressive when he came on rotation at the Drug Information Center in July. In a very short time, he earned the reputation of being a steady presence who could be trusted to produce high quality work in a timely fashion. He's also a great writer and was an excellent overall performer in completing various tasks and projects beyond what is typically completed during the rotation for a fourth-year student. Noah's going to the University of Kentucky to get a Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmaceutical Outcomes and Policy. So he's going to continue to flourish as a student in a subject closely aligned with drug information. Congratulations, Noah. Dr. Sandra Garner will now present the Outstanding Community Service Award.
The Outstanding Community Service Award is presented to a graduate who has made significant contributions in the Charleston community through his or her community service activities as a College of Pharmacy student. I am pleased to announce this year's Outstanding Community Service Award recipient, Irene Ruiz. While Irene was completing her PharmD degree, she logged 217 hours of community service, including a challenging 168 hours at Camp Adam Fisher Diabetes Summer Camp. I had the pleasure of working with Irene during her acute care rotation in the neonatal intensive care unit, and I also precepted her grand rounds, which notably had to be rescheduled due to Hurricane Dorian. Irene is one of those special students with such a bright outlook that even a hurricane didn't faze her, and I predict her future will be equally bright. Next year, Irene will take another step towards pursuing her goals by completing a PGY1 residency at the University of Maryland Medical Center. We are all so proud of her. Congratulations, Irene. Dr. Scott Bragg will now present the Outstanding Diversity and Inclusion Award.
The Outstanding Diversity and Inclusion Award is a new award being presented to a graduate who has made significant and positive contributions toward advancing diversity and inclusion within the College of Pharmacy and/or Medical University. The awards committee decided to recognize 2 graduates for this award. The first recipient is Michaela Dudley. Michaela made significant contributions to diversity and inclusion as Vice President and Treasurer for the Student National Pharmacists Association, Pharmacy Coordinator for the MUSC Cares Clinic, and member on MUSC's Multicultural Student Advisory Board. I had the privilege of working with Michaela on my acute care rotation and with the Presidential Scholars Program. She contributed countless hours to improving diversity within our college and reaching out to low resource communities. Next year, Michaela will continue her education in MUSC's Physician Assistant Program to meet her career goal of becoming a primary care provider. Congratulations, Michaela. The second Outstanding Diversity and Inclusion Award recipient is Chanel Galliard. Chanel made significant contributions to diversity and inclusion as a member of the College of Pharmacy Diversity Committee, treasurer on MUSC's Multicultural Student Advisory Board, and vice president for the Student National Pharmacists Association. I advise Chanel as part of the Presidential Scholars Program, where I was consistently impressed by her commitment to helping underserved communities. She's been instrumental in starting and improving multiple diversity initiatives in the college and university. Next year, Chanel will start a 2-year health system administration residency with the University of Wisconsin. Congratulations, Chanel. Dr. Yuri Peterson will now present the Outstanding Innovation Award.
The Outstanding Innovation Award is a new award being presented to a graduate who's contributed new creative ideas and fostered innovation within the college and medical university. This year's inaugural Outstanding Innovation Award winner is Rachel Hatchett. Ms. Hatchett was a clear choice and very deserving of the award, having received multiple nominations. One major accomplishment that's particularly important to me is that she brought the VIP industry pharmacist organization to MUSC, providing opportunity for students to learn innovation and explore novel career paths. Now, as part of her legacy, the interest group is actually going to be available to students as a formal elective credit. She was a leader in Phi Lambda Sigma and helped her peers prepare for mid-year and did rotations at both Stanford Children's Hospital and Pfizer. It went well, and now Ms. Hackett's on her way to completing a residency at Stanford's Children's Health, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital in California. By being bold in the face of uncertainty and open-minded interactions, she clearly set herself to the high standard, providing a great example to her fellow students and faculty. Again, congratulations and thank you. Our next award, Dr. Drayton will now present the Outstanding Interprofessionalism Award.
The Outstanding Interprofessional Award is presented to the graduate who has participated in and made significant contributions to interprofessional initiatives on the MUSC campus. This year's Outstanding Interprofessionalism Award recipient is Stacy Cohen. I would like to share a few statements from a few of Stacy's nomination letters for this award. Stacy has made interprofessionalism a priority since she set foot on the MUSC campus. Her drive to connect with people outside of the college was first demonstrated in her desire to earn her interprofessional fellowship. She joined the interprofessional organization of Foundation of International Medical Relief of Children. She's been a member since August of 2016, and since serving and joined, she has had the roles of pharmacy representative, director of international operations, vice president, and president. Not only did Stacy complete the responsibilities required of her position, but she enhanced the organization as a whole and helped it grow from the ground up. I believe there is no one in our class more deserving of this award. Stacy has consistently been a wonderful representative to the College of Pharmacy in each and every role she's had throughout the university, and her kindness, integrity, and perseverance has given students from other colleges a better idea of the value pharmacists bring to healthcare. Stacy will be completing a PGY1 residency at Gulf Coast Veterans Healthcare System in Pensacola, Florida next year, and they're very lucky to have her coming to train with them. Congratulations, Stacy. Dr. Worrell will now present the Outstanding Leadership Award.
The Outstanding Leadership Award is presented to a graduate who has demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities throughout their time at the College of Pharmacy. I'm pleased to announce this year's Outstanding Leadership Award recipient, Priscilla Burgess. I had the pleasure of working with Priscilla when she served on the executive board for Phi Lambda Sigma, the Pharmacy Society, or PLS. Priscilla was inducted into PLS during her second professional year of the program in recognition of her exemplary leadership, dedicated service to the profession, and high moral character and scholastic achievement. She was named Member of the Year in 2019 for her contributions to pharmacy leadership. Last spring, Priscilla was inducted into the university-wide MUSC Student Leadership Society. Priscilla is the only student in the graduating class to receive this recognition. She recently learned that she was selected for another university-wide award, the Earl B. Higgins Student Leadership and Diversity Award. She is the first College of Pharmacy student to receive this award since 2008. Priscilla will be completing a managed care residency at Kaiser Foundation Health Plan of Georgia. We're very grateful to her for her leadership and service to MUSC and proud for her many accomplishments. Congratulations, Priscilla. Dr. David Shirley will now present the Outstanding Pharmacy Practice Award.
Oh, that's so good, Chrissy.
I'm so excited that Miranda has won the Pharmacy Practice Award, and it's a great honor to be able to present it to her. Miranda's amazing academic performance, combined with her unique personality, one in which that exudes compassion, respect, and a huge heart for serving people, has driven her performance in her fourth-year rotations. In fact, she has earned honors pass grades for 8 of her fourth-year advanced practice rotations. That is an incredible accomplishment. Your abilities and experiences will serve you well as you join the McLeod Regional Medical Center for your residency. Miranda, I have so enjoyed teaching and mentoring you, and I truly value what has become a friendship that will continue. You have already made an amazing impact in the lives of your patients, and your future is so bright. Thank you for being such a caring individual, and keep up the good work. I will now introduce Kelly Hunt to provide the Outstanding Professionalism Award.
The Outstanding Professionalism Award is presented to a graduate who has shown exemplary professional behavior, integrity, compassion, and respect while representing the College of Pharmacy. I am not only proud, but extremely honored to give this year's Outstanding Professionalism Award to Mary Stewart Leatherwood. Some personal comments that were shared with me that pertain to Mary Stewart are: Mary Stewart has always represented the MUSC College of Pharmacy in a professional and enthusiastic manner. No matter what role she has taken, she has performed well. She has been an excellent ambassador for our program. She is well-spoken and a consummate supporter of the college. I cannot think of anyone any more deserving. In addition, another said, Mary Stewart was one of my go-to students to discuss professionalism at the new student orientation. She also spoke at this year's scholarship luncheon and was selected to do so for many reasons, including her outstanding professionalism. As the College of Pharmacy SGA president, Mary Stewart was an outstanding role model for expected professional behavior. And on a personal note, I've known Mary Stewart since she was a child. Affectionately, she's been known as Stew Beans, Studebaker. She's been known as Stewie. And my personal favorite, Whitney Stewston. And so my wife and I have watched you grow. You job shadowed with us. You worked for us a couple years. You walked away from pharmacy for that summer, only to come back with a fire and determination that make us so proud of you. And we're so excited about the next chapter of your life, which I understand is a residency at the University of Tennessee Medical Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. Congratulations. And now, to present the next award is going to be Dr. Pat Wooster presenting the Outstanding Research Award.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Outstanding Research Award recognizes a graduate who's performed exemplary research while a student in the College of Pharmacy. Recognizing 3 students for the award, and I have the privilege of announcing the first recipient, Amelia Furbish. Amelia is a highly motivated student with a keen interest in science, a natural academic curiosity, and a strong desire to pursue a career in academia. In 2018, she was accepted into our PharmD PhD dual degree program. Amelia has, to my fortune, decided to join my laboratory as a PhD student. She will be working on a dissertation project that she designed on her own and has already begun work on this project. Amelia is a remarkable student, both in the didactic arena and in research, and I'm confident that she will ultimately become an outstanding teacher and independent researcher. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Erin Wida, who will present the second research award.
The second Outstanding Research Award recipient is Ashley Prentice. I had the pleasure of serving as a research mentor to Ashley. Anyone who has gotten to know Ashley over the past 4 years will speak very highly of her motivation. This was evident in so many activities she participated in. As far as research, it's exceedingly rare to have a student be involved to the degree that she was. She published 2 peer-reviewed articles during her time here at MUSC and presented our work at multiple meetings. In fact, she was awarded a competitive travel award to present our work at the American College of Clinical Pharmacy in New York last October. I know this motivation is going to take her really far in our profession. She'll be completing a residency at the VA here in Charleston, and I'm excited to see the impact she has in her future career. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Roger White, who will present the third award.
Okay, another outstanding research award is well-deserved also goes to Megan White. I worked with Megan on a whole series of research projects over several years, and she presented these at national meetings, both in New York and Las Vegas. They involved a kind of a newer technique called Monte Carlo analysis, and we looked at some investigational antibiotics together. More recently, she was selected for some special recognition at a state society meeting and presented the work as a podium presentation. So Megan's going to take her talents into a fellowship, the Sanofi Pasteur Rutgers Fellowship, and I'm really looking forward to following your career. Congratulations. I'll now introduce Dr. Hall, who will present the Outstanding Scholastic Achievement Awards.
The Outstanding Scholastic Achievement Awards are presented to the graduates who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic qualities throughout their time here at the College of Pharmacy. The first honor graduate is Jennifer Radke. Jennifer earned the highest grade point average in the graduating class, ending the third professional year with a 3.99 cumulative grade point average. She will be completing her postgraduate residency at Oregon Health Sciences University and Hospital and Clinics in Portland, Oregon. Congratulations. The second honor graduate is Leah Hildreth. There. Leah earned the second highest grade point average in the graduating class with a cumulative grade point average of 3.97. She will be completing a residency at Intermountain Healthcare in Utah. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding students on their outstanding academic achievements. I would now like to call Dr. Kathy Chessman to present the final award, the William Proud Award.
Before I present the last award of the afternoon, I would just like to say thank you to all of you in the class of 2020 for all your many contributions throughout your 4 years of being in our College of Pharmacy. There's so many things that you guys have done. You guys have been an outstanding class, and every single one of you deserves recognition for the many achievements that you have accomplished, and I wish you the best in whatever you're going to do next year. The William A. Proud Award is named after a former dean of the College of Pharmacy and is presented to a graduate who has achieved a high scholastic average in pharmacy practice courses and has demonstrated excellence in pharmacy practice. This year's Proud Award recipient is Danielle Pett. Danielle has been an amazing student, and I've had the opportunity to work with her in many different areas. In addition to her being an outstanding academic performer, she has been an active member of the Student Society of Health System Pharmacy, Phi Lambda Sigma, Student Ambassadors, and many other organizations. She is an MUSC Presidential Scholar and was on a national advisory group for the American Society for Health System Pharmacy. This March, she received the Outstanding Student Award from the South Carolina Society of Health System Pharmacy, an award which is given to only one student in the state of South Carolina every year. Danielle will be completing a PGY1 pharmacy residency at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia beginning in July. I am very honored to have been able to work with Danielle over the past 4 years, and I wish her all the best in what will undoubtedly be a very successful pharmacy career. Congratulations, Danielle. So please join us all in congratulating all of our award recipients. Yay! Now I'll turn the program back over to Dr. Hall.
Congratulations to all our award recipients. During their studies, they're among our graduates, those that have achieved special recognitions and accomplishments. I want to take a moment to recognize these individuals. When you hear your name of your group called, please hold up your doctor sign you received in your celebration box, continuing to hold it up until everyone's name in the group has been called. Again, we encourage everyone to send congratulatory messages to these graduates using the chat and emoji features in Zoom. First, I will recognize members of Rho Chi. Rho Chi is the pharmacy's academic honor society. Rho Chi selects its members based on academic achievement. The top 20% of each class is invited for membership. The following graduates were inducted into Rho Chi.
Morgan Cantley, Amanda Dominic, Amelia Furbish, Leah Hildreth, Maggie Hodges, Caitlin Kerr, Allison Kuhn, Mary Stewart Leatherwood, Ian Mulrennan, Jenna Murphy, Danielle Pett, Zach Posey, Ashley Prentice, Jennifer Radke, Aaron Schaefer, Haley Shelton, and Noah Smith.
Phi Lambda Sigma is the Pharmacy Leadership Society. Members are selected through peer recognition for their exemplary leadership and service to the profession, high moral character, and scholastic achievement. The following graduates were inducted into Phi Lambda Sigma.
Adrian Bundrick, Priscilla Burgess, Morgan Cantley, Stacy Cohen, Chanel Gaillard, Rachel Hackett, Mary Stewart Leatherwood, Lindsay Milburn, Danielle Pett, Austin Posey, Zach Posey, Haley Shelton, Megan White, and Aaron Young.
Student ambassadors represent the college to prospective students, their families, alumni, preceptors, the university, and external communities. They are the face of the college. The following graduates serve as student ambassadors.
Adrian Bundrick, Katie Bren, Priscilla Burgess, Morgan Cantley, Michaela Dudley, Patrick Evans, Chanel Gaillard, Blaine Grote, Rachel Hackett, Caroline Hansford, Noel Haskins, Caitlin Kerr, Lauren Collar, Mary Stewart Leatherwood, Tyler McGee, Lindsay Milburn, Ian Mulrennan, Linda Wynn, Danielle Pett, Austin Posey, Katie Rogers, Ryan Rosenblatt, Yara Salem, Haley Shelton, and Megan White.
Two students, Lauren Kohler and Ashley Prentice, were recognized by the college for their exceptional service to the Student Ambassador Program and previously received the Outstanding Student Ambassador Awards. Supplemental instructors are peer tutors who work in conjunction with the Center for Academic Excellence to assist students in mastering the didactic coursework in the pharmacy curriculum. The following graduates served as supplemental instructors.
Maha Asadoun, Adrian Bundrick, Morgan Cantley, Alexandra Denton, Amelia Furbish, Chanel Gaillard, Blaine Grote, Leah Hildreth, Caitlin Kerr, Lauren Collar, Mary Stewart Leatherwood, Miranda McGee, Ian Mulrennan, Jenna Murphy, Zach Posey, Ashley Prentice, Jennifer Radke, Haley Shelton, Noah Smith, and Wesley Stubbs.
Two students, Lauren Kohler and Ashley Prentice, were recognized by the Center for Academic Excellence for their teaching excellence and previously received the Outstanding Supplemental Instruction Awards. The college offers a concurrent PharmD Masters of Business Administration degree in conjunction with the Citadel School of Business Administration. The following graduates completed the requirements for this concurrent degree.
Adrian Bundrick, Priscilla Burgess, Alexandra Denton, Brittany Ellison, Allison Fabick, Chanel Gaillard, Taylor McCormick, Austin Merritt, Lindsay Milburn, Ashley Prentice, Weston Quintrell, Noah Smith, Abby Swenson, Catherine Taylor, and Aaron Young.
MUSC is a leader in interprofessional education. The university offers students the opportunity to participate in several interprofessional programs, which will be highlighted next. The Interprofessional Education Fellowship encourages interprofessional engagement among students and faculty. Students who meet specific program requirements earn the the IPE Fellow designation. The following graduates completed the requirements for this program.
Stacy Cohen, Lindsay Milburn, Danielle Pett, Wesley Stubbs, and Michelle Tam.
The Institute for Primary Care is one of two interprofessional programs available to health profession students through the partnership with South Carolina Area Health Education Consortium. Students who complete the program requirements earn the IPC Institute for Primary Care Fellow designation. The following graduates completed this program.
Jared Blaylock, Caroline Britt, Adrian Bundrick, Allison Kuhn, Taylor McCormick, Miranda McGee, Tyler McGee, and Ryan Rosenblatt.
AHEC Scholars is the second interprofessional program offered in partnership with the South Carolina Area Health Consortium. This program focuses specifically on primary care for rural and underserved populations. Students who've completed the requirements are recognized as AHEC Scholars. The following graduates completed this program.
Jared Blaylock, Caroline Britt, Adrian Bundrick, Michaela Dudley, Taylor McCormick, Miranda McGee, and Ryan Rosenblatt.
The Presidential Scholars Program was one of the first efforts of MUSC to bring together students from various health programs. This interprofessional group explores complex social, political, and human interests of broad interest to healthcare professionals and biomedical researchers. Students who complete the program requirements are recognized as Presidential Scholars. The following graduates completed this program.
Priscilla Burgess, Michaela Dudley, Allison Fabick, Chanel Gaillard, Rachel Hackett, Caitlin Kerr, Lindsay Milburn, Ian Mulrennan, Danielle Pett, Austin Posey, Haley Shelton, and Catherine Taylor.
Please join me in recognizing our graduates who earned all of these special recognitions. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to introduce our speaker for this afternoon, Mr. Kelly Hunt, the 2020 MUSC College of Pharmacy Distinguished Alumnus Award recipient. The Distinguished Alumnus Award is the college's highest alumni honor. A graduate of the class of 1995, Kelly is an entrepreneur who built a flourishing pharmacy business that grew into multiple stores that he and his wife, Candy Hunt, also a graduate of the class of 1995, decided to sell their business in 2019. Kelly serves as a member of MUSC's, our college's Dean Advisory Council, and has been very active with students, having adopted the class of 2018 while serving as the white coat speaker. When he decided to sell Kelly's Family Pharmacy, he gifted the pharmacy, College of Pharmacy, its mascot, Phil the Pill. And we are warmly embraced having Phil the Pill join us here in Charleston. You can see Kelly Hunt's full bio in the program. We also have posted it on the college's website. Please join me in welcoming Kelly.
Well, thank you very much. It's an unbelievable and obviously a unique honor to have this privilege to be able to speak to you today. I want to first and foremost thank Dean Hall for the honor, administration, the faculty, the colleagues, as well as the students and the graduates at my wonderful MUSC. I want to take a minute, since this is unique, I want to introduce my family. I have a wonderful wife, as Dean Hall said. This is my better half, obviously superior pharmacist, Candy Hunt. She graduated with me. We came out of the same class of 95. My son, Josh Hunt, who is a sophomore at Clemson, and he is studying computer science. My daughter is Courtney Hunt. She will be attending Clemson this fall, graduating senior from Wren High School. She'll be studying bioengineering this fall at Clemson. And then my youngest daughter, who is Chloe, she is a graduating 5th grader, and she is either going to be a unicorn caretaker or possibly play in the WNBA. We don't know yet. So I just wanted to wait a minute. I've got another family member. Oh, hey, looky there. See, you guys have Phil. This is Phil's brother, Refill. I don't know if y'all knew that, but he's also a member of our family. So I invited him. He came all the way from the vial drawer to be with us today. So we appreciate that. But I did want to just introduce you to my family. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Refill. All right. So unorthodox graduation ceremony. You definitely have a unorthodox speaker. I am a testimony to a trajectory that was changed through mentoring and education. I did not start out strong at all. I've never been one that has been said an MVP player, strong out of the gate. That was not me. In my elementary school career, the 1st through 4th grade, I was in what the state of South Carolina classified as LD. That stood for learning disabled. I was in a class from people with all kinds of different backgrounds, and that was my place. I spent most of my idle time in trouble between the 1st and 4th grade. Crimes were plenty. If it was flammable or I could light it, I usually gravitated towards that. Unfortunately, responsible for burning down acres of woods, vandalizing a waste treatment facility. I also set a tree house on fire, unfortunately, that had my friend's sister still in it. Fortunately, she was rescued by the fine folks in the local fire department, so that was good. But as you can see, at a very young age, I was not a strong starter. As a matter of fact, anytime a siren would sound or a patrolman would come down our neighborhood or our street of Quail Lane, my mom would instantly, if she saw or heard, she would immediately come outside. And she would begin to look for me, and she'd begin to call my name because she knew either I was involved in something or she was trying to locate me or somebody was trying to find me. And most of the time, it would be something that I had done wrong. But the thing that stuck with me is that when she did get me, after I had been disciplined or called or reprimanded or whatever in my youth, she would get me and she would discipline me. She would love me. She would always instruct me that this is not who I am, that I was destined for something greater, that though I said to myself, I can't, or I wasn't good enough, and this is who I am, I'm just bad, she refused to believe that. She refused to accept that. She would constantly just pursue, and she kept believing in me. And what discipline she doled out, I deserved. What she did, my dad called up. He traveled a lot and spent a lot of time on the road, but when he would get home, he would fill in the blanks in that. And I deserved every bit of it. And I'm thankful for it as I look back. But those things happened all through my elementary age career to the point of in 5th grade, I got my first step into leadership. It was 5th grade, Crestwood Elementary School, and I saw poster boards being hung. It was class president, student body president. It was time to run for that election. So I said, well, I want to do that. So I filled out my little paper. I gave it into the principal's office. The principal said, son, you can't be student body president. An LD student can't be in student body government because he or she goes and represents the school and you're in LD. So dejected, I told my mother. My mother took me right back up there, sat me down. What does my son have to do? He wants to run for this office. I sat down with my LD teacher, Miss Miller, never forget her. Miss Miller sits me down and she said, you and I both know you don't belong here. What you belong is you belong in a regular class, sitting your behind down in a chair and listening and learning and being everything that you're meant to be, but you are not meant to be in here. So the principal said, well, we can put him in a regular class and see how it goes, and he can run if he's able. And so I enlisted the help of my older sister. She's 6 years older than I am. I enlisted her as my campaign manager. I did not pay her. She was my speech writer. She also was my poster board hanger and my hairstylist. And fortunately, I did what I needed to do, and I won. I was student body president. I thought, wow, this is great. I got my first taste of leadership in the 5th grade. And it began to set a course for me. And I wish I would say my high school and my middle school years were just full of that, but they weren't. Good decisions, bad decisions, victories, defeats. I graduated as an average high school student, decided, well, college was for me, had an opportunity to play some basketball. I went in my freshman year and quickly realized I was not going to make it in the NBA. That was not in my cards. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do, decided to go back closer to home and decided I would settle in Florence, South Carolina. I went to Francis Marion College and I really enjoyed that experience and I gravitated to the chemistry department. And my freshman year, which I played basketball, was so great that I had the opportunity to repeat my freshman year because only 3 credits of my freshman year actually successfully were completed. So I had that to look forward to. But it was that chemistry department that started to wind some things up for me. And it was a happen chance meeting at a wedding rehearsal that I was sitting there and I was just watching, and a gentleman sits down beside me by the name of Tenny Moss. Now, Tenny Moss, I did not know at the time, was the South Carolina Board of Pharmacy president. We struck up a conversation. And through that conversation, he asked me, what are you planning to do? You look like you're a college-age young man. I said, I don't know. I'm going to Francis Marion. I'm trying to figure it out. And so he said, well, have you ever thought about pharmacy? I said, no, sir. And he said, you ought to give it some thought. And he gave me a card. I stuck it in my pant pocket. Probably a couple of weeks later, I pull it out, began to think about this gentleman I had met. And I began to think, well, maybe I should talk to him. I don't have any other plans. So I went in and talked to him, started a relationship, a little internship, a little part-time job, which culminated into another part-time job as a technician. And he began to think and mentor me and say, hey, you ought to maybe consider giving this pharmacy thing a go and apply. And I remember sharing that with some of my friends, and I remember them saying, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be pharmacy material. And I thought, okay. And most people were naysayers, but I kept thinking, well, he believes in me. And of course, my mother believes in me. My own sister sits me down on the edge of the bed as I'm contemplating this decision. And in love, she sits me down and she said, I love you, Kelly. I would do anything for you. You know what I've done throughout your whole career of helping you, but you can't do this. You're not smart enough to do this. And so I'm looking and I'm thinking, wow, okay. My own sister doesn't think I can do it, but I use that as fuel. And I used that and said, okay, I'm going to apply. I applied, I got an interview, and I got in. And so I spent some time working in that summer. I end up in Charleston in the fall, and I walk in on my first day of class. I don't remember what prep work that I did, but I do know that I showed up for the first day of Medical University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy, and I was wearing a pair of cut-off jean shorts and a Bob Marley t-shirt. And my hair had not been combed in some time. It did not take long to get attention in the halls of the College of Pharmacy when you show up like that. And I distinctly remember there's Peter Edwards on staff at the time at MUSC. And he pulled me aside very early on. And he began to teach me and began to show me and mentor me in only the way that Peter Edwards can, in that unique Southern drawl of his. But he began to tell me that I am not going to be anybody until I look like somebody. And he gave me my first bow tie. And if you know anything about our logos, our business, and me professionally, I always wear a bow tie. And the reason is because Peter Edwards took the time and the effort to instill and in mentoring me about how to be and how to act and be professional and care about others enough to care about myself, to make something of myself. And I'm forever, ever grateful to Peter Edwards for that. There was another gentleman that was at MUSC at the time, and I was scared to death of him. And somehow I got into his rotation, a clinical pharmacy rotation with Dr. Ralph Wilkie. Now, you all may know him. He's a hero of the profession, staunch supporter, great advocate of the profession of pharmacy. And I was scared to death, and it was so rough. That guy rode me like a new bike at Christmas. It was rough. It was so rough that when I would leave for lunch on Calhoun Street, where that pharmacy was, I would jog down Calhoun and go down Ashley. And at the time, I lived in an apartment on Ashley Avenue. I would change my clothes. I would jog back in the early spring heat and humidity of Charleston all the way back, because the sweat I endured in that run was less than the sweat that I endured working for him. But what he taught me was that professionalism and integrity, and most importantly, pay attention to details mattered. And I learned that from him. And I followed that and went back to that so many times in my career that it has just always stuck with me. And so I began to realize and work through all those things. And I got to graduation and I was thinking, okay, what do I want to do? Obviously, I wanted a job. But I was told and instructed and learned very early on that I needed a plan. And I needed a plan for a year, and for 5 years, and in 10 years. And I knew that anything great happened because of a plan. Any sport I'd ever played had a game plan. Any team I'd been on had a coach with a game plan. No great victories occur just by happenstance and by mistake. It's by a plan. And I thought, and I knew enough to know that my career was going to have to be according to some type of plan. So I began to think, in 5 years, I want to be a pharmacy owner. I knew in my school and in my experience, I was built for retail. I knew that's where I was going to land. I knew that's what I was going to be. I had a passion for it. So in 5 years, I wanted to own my own store. So I graduated in 95, and in 1998, I was fortunate enough to open up our first store in a town of Powdersville, South Carolina, and loved it. In 2008, we were blessed to be able to sign and get a piece of land and build a building to create Kelly's Family Pharmacy in Easley, South Carolina. And if you remember that date, 2008 was right on the precipice of the Great Recession. And in 2009 was the toughest professional time I've ever had in my life. And it was dark, and it was lonely roads to walk down when you're trying to build a business and you're trying to do it, and everything seems to be falling apart around you. But it teaches you how to stay hungry. It teaches you how to create a plan and to execute that. And I learned I don't have to be great at everything, but I do have to be great at something, one thing. And I formulated, I've got to be able to care for people better than anybody else in this town. And if I do that, I'm going to create fierce loyalty among my patients. So that's what I began to do. Now, care, 4 letters, C-A-R-E. Easy to say, tough to do. But if you're going to implement a game plan, you got to stick with it. So C in care, you have to be compassionate. You have to be willing to listen. I can't tell you how many times, and not a week goes by now, that I don't have somebody that is referred to us because we have a reputation for being able to listen. And we just sit down, and I try to make sure that I'm listening solely to what this person is saying before I try to fix anything. I need to understand what is going on. I need to listen so that I can understand what that need is and how I need to fulfill it. If I do that successfully, I'll find it. And then A, aggressively advocate. If you're going to really compassionately listen, you've got to be willing to step into that and be willing to aggressively advocate. And that's going to mean doing a lot of things that you're going to do on behalf of that patient on their behalf, because you're going to take your oath in a few minutes, and it's going to be talking about serving others. And you have to sometimes be that gatekeeper that's going to be able to help them cross the finish line. And I love that part about it. R, being reliable. If you're going to listen to somebody and then you're going to step into their shoes and you're going to try to aggressively advocate for them, you got to be reliable. And that's what people believe in. People believe in things that produce results for them, whether they're seen or unseen. So if you're going to be the pharmacist that you want to be, the practitioner that you want to be, you've got to be reliable. And you've got to be able to follow through. Now, that doesn't mean you personally have to follow through, but you have to surround yourself with a team that's on the same mission. And that mission is to take care of those patients. And I can't tell you how many times, a few years, probably 2015, 2016, we were inundated with prescriptions not being able to be filled because of formulary issues, prior authorizations, all these different things that were just slowing us down and making us inefficient. It was creating too many disconnects. And I'm the first to admit, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So I was like, I don't know how to fix this, but we're going to figure out how to fix this. My techs are working as hard as they can. They can't fix this. So I began to think, well, who knows about this? And I began to think, well, there's some people in the medical offices that do all this billing. Maybe they can tell me the answers. So what did I do? I go out and hire the best one I can find. And for 25 hours a week, she was fixing PAs and formulary issues, so much so that we became a resource, a referral base, where a lot of physicians in our town were like, this isn't covered. We don't know what he does, but take it to Kelly's. He'll get it fixed. And so it gave us not only a competitive edge, but it gave us a feeling that we were really mattered, we were important, and that we were making a difference in people's lives that in some cases we would have never interacted with otherwise. But it was because we were willing to be reliable. We were going to tell them we were going to fix it, we're going to find a solution, and we acted on it. We put people in place that shared the vision that could help us. And then the last one is E, and that stands for every day. Every day. This wonderful graduation regalia is fantastic. Your white coat is fantastic. Your scrubs that you're going to be wearing, fantastic. It's an honor that you get to put on, and you get to be a part of a wonderful, wonderful profession. But you get to take that off. But being a pharmacist, you don't ever get to take that off. And what I love about my profession of 25 years is people will interact with me at the movies, at church, at basketball gyms, at different places, and they'll ask me questions, and I love that. I love being able to give back at any time, all the time, and that even involves the communities that you guys are going to settle down in. I've been a coach for 15 years in the youth level simply because of all the mentoring I received as a young man coming up, where coach after coach would instill in me hard work, effort, results, no excuses. All of those things were important to me, and they shaped me into hopefully the businessman that I ultimately became. But it was because of that I've been able to go back and volunteer and do some things at a coaching level. And the more I've done it, the more I realize that pharmacy is much like a sport. I mean, you got to have a good team. You know, you got to have some victories. You're going to suffer some defeats. You're going to have some tournament times. And dare I say, you're even going to have some Super Bowl or some championship moments. But it's all about the team. It's all about what you're building in that plan. My plan was just simply to care and to create fierce loyalty among my patients so that they didn't want to go anywhere else. And we were fortunate enough to build that. What is your game plan? What is your plan? I hope that you have a plan. If you don't, enjoy the celebratory minutes that you have now. And as you're settling into the next chapter of your career, begin to think, get a notebook. I can't tell you how many notebooks are laying around my house right now of things I've written down, of plans today, tomorrow, a year, 5 years, 10 years down the road. Is there things that I want to do and timeline them out? Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a dream of yours, you can make it happen. But a dream is only a dream unless you begin to write it down and you begin to build a plan. Mine was to own a store. And I have been so blessed to be able to do that and to be able to share with employees, people in my community, and being intricately involved and building something that hopefully, you know, my children will ultimately enjoy. But get a plan. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Don't let anybody, if I listened to everybody who told me I couldn't do anything, I would still be a criminal. But thank goodness people mentored and invested in me so that I could one day dream and achieve things that only, you know, hard work and determination could produce. I thank you so much for this opportunity. I thank you so much for the college and what it has done for me. Like I said, I'm convinced that it was within the halls of MUSC and the College of Pharmacy that really honed the craft that I have grown to love and cherish throughout my career. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Kelly, for those wonderful words of wisdom. We are truly honored to have you with us this afternoon and appreciate your compassion and support of the class of 2020 and the MUSC College of Pharmacy. Graduates, faculty, staff, please join me in sending congratulatory messages to Mr. Kelly Hunt, the MUSC College of Pharmacy Distinguished Alumnus Award recipient.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, I would now like to invite Dr. Kathy Worrell to present the graduates for hooding.
Graduates, family, and friends, please prepare for the hooding. And graduates, as a reminder, please make sure your cameras are turned on. Dr. Hall, I present to you the candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Graduates, when I call your name, you'll be spotlighted on camera. After I announce who will be hooding you this afternoon, please proceed with the hooding. Once again, we encourage everyone to send congratulatory messages to the graduates as they receive their hoods using the chat function and emoji features in Zoom. Nabil Yasser Al Nasser. Dr. Al Nasser is being hooded by Caroline Britt, class of 2020. Faisal Hamoud Alanazi. Dr. Alanazi is being hooded by Dr. Nihal Desai, class of 2019. Nicholas Paul Bender. Dr. Bender is being hooded by his mother, Paula Hewlett. Caitlin Rose Brin. Dr. Brin is being hooded by Danielle Pett, MUSC College of Pharmacy, class of 2020. Patricia Caroline Britt. Dr. Britt is being hooded by Nabil Al Nasser, MUSC College of Pharmacy, class of 2020. Christine Marie Brooke. Dr. Brooke Dr. Brooke is being hooded by her father, James Brooke. And Christine Marie Brooke. Adrian Eubanks Bundrick. There we go. Dr. Bundrick is being hooded by her mother, Sheila Eubanks, and her husband, Lee Bundrick. Priscilla Denisha Burgess. Dr. Burgess is being hooded by her sister, Stacia Burgess. Corey S. Campatella. Dr. Campatella is being hooded by his mother, Chrissy Campatella.
Good. Yay.
Morgan Elizabeth Cantley. Dr. Cantley is being hooded by her mother, Sally Cantley. Taylor Hope Kaysen. Dr. Kaysen is being hooded by her parents, Adam and Samantha Kaysen. Stacy Lynn Cohen. Dr. Cohen is being hooded by her parents, Rick and Lisa Cohen. Miranda Montana Caldwell. Dr. Caldwell is being hooded by her father, Dr. Chris Caldwell. Alexandra Elizabeth Denton. Dr. Denton is being hooded by her parents, Ron and Karen Denton. Amanda Celeste Dominic. Dr. Dominic is being hooded by her parents, Jamie and Linda Dominic. Michaela Marie Dudley. Dr. Dudley is being hooded by her parents, Michael and Roberta Dudley.
Good one.
Brittany Priscilla Ellison. Dr. Ellison is being hooded by her father, Christopher Ellison. Allison Catherine Fabick. Dr. Fabick is being hooded by her parents, Jeff and Marlene Fabick. Jessica Jeanette Fredrickson. Dr. Fredrickson is being hooded by her brother, Will Fredrickson.
I can't see it.
Celia Furbish. Dr. Furbish is being hooded by her boyfriend, Dr. Nicholas I. Scorby, MUSC College of Medicine, class of 2020. Chanel Marika Gaillard. Dr. Gaillard is being hooded by her mother, Pamela Gaillard. Brittany Caroline Godbold. Dr. Godbold is being hooded by her mother, Ellen Godbold. Lorena Gonzalez Marrero. Dr. Gonzalez Marrero is being hooded by Marta Regala, MUSC College.
Oh, Marta.
Shantoria Laquan Goodman. Dr. Goodman is being hooded by her husband, James Goodman, and son, Aiden Goodman. Blaine Bender Roth Grote. Dr. Grote is being hooded by his wife, Dr. Erna Kukuk Grote, MUSC College of Pharmacy, class of 2017. Rachel Joan Hackett. Dr. Hackett is being hooded by her mother, Nancy Hackett. Caroline Marie Hansford. Dr. Hansford is being hooded by her father, Ben Hansford. Leah Marie Hildreth. Dr. Hildreth is being hooded by her parents, John Hildreth and Dr. Barbara Hildreth, MUSC College of Medicine, class of 1986. Leah's grandfather was Dr. Blake Putney, former Associate Dean of the MUSC College of Pharmacy. Margaret Spencer Hodges. Dr. Hodges is being hooded by her parents, Dr. John and Shannon Hodges. Lauren Catherine Johnson. Dr. Johnson is being hooded by her fiance, Brandon Ferris. Marina Uzia Jones. Dr. Jones is being hooded by her husband, Dylan Jones. Andrea Marie Kaifish. Dr. Kaifish is being hooded by her mother, Jennifer Kerr. I'm so sorry. Dr. Kaifish is being hooded by her parents, Kevin and Marion Kaifish. Caitlin Jennifer Kerr. Dr. Kerr is being hooded by her mother, Jennifer Kerr. Allison Catherine Kuhn. Dr. Kuhn is being hooded by her mother, Anna Shelley. Mary Stewart Leatherwood. Dr. Leatherwood is being hooded by her parents, Bob and Shannon Leatherwood. Mackenzie Michelle Leisman. Dr. Leisman is being hooded by her mother, Michelle Johnstone. Samantha Nicole Mays. Dr. Mays is being hooded by her mother, Donna Mays. Taylor Ann Prater McCormick. Dr. McCormick is being hooded by her grandmother, Pat Lyda. Miranda Roseanne Miles McGee. Hooded by her grandmother, Eileen Filia. Lindsay Elizabeth Milburn. Dr. Milburn is being hooded by her husband, Nick Milburn. Ian Robert Mulrennan. Dr. Mulrennan is being hooded by his wife, Brooke Mulrennan. Dr. Milburn is being hooded by her husband, Nick Milburn. Jenna Elizabeth Murphy. Dr. Murphy is being hooded by her fiance, Alex Eaton. Carlos Enrique Ortiz. Dr. Ortiz is being hooded by his children, Eva, Gabrielle, and Cameron. Danielle Marie Pett. Dr. Pett is being hooded by MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 2020. Austin Marie Posey. Dr. Posey is being hooded by her husband, Zach Posey, MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 2020. And Zachary Scott Posey. Dr. Posey is being hooded by his wife, Austin Posey, MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 2020. Ashley Elizabeth Prentice. Dr. Prentice is being hooded by her parents, Dr. Jack and Joni Prentice, MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 1988 and 1982, respectively. James Weston Quintrell. Dr. Quintrell is being hooded by his wife, Chandler Quintrell. Jennifer Lee Radke. Dr. Radke is being hooded by her mother, Nancy Radke. Wendy Rodriguez. Dr. Rodriguez is being hooded by her parents, William and Mariella Rodriguez. Sarah Catherine Rogers. Dr. Rogers is being hooded by her father, Dr. Stanley Rogers, MUSC College of Dental Medicine, class of 1982. Brian Philip Rosenblatt. Dr. Rosenblatt is being hooded by his wife, Marley Rosenblatt. Irene Ruiz. Dr. Ruiz is being hooded by her father, Pedro Ruiz. Nara Salem. Dr. Salem is being hooded by her parents, Sean and Noelle Salem. Nicole Dwyer Saul. Dr. Saul is being hooded by her husband, Nick Saul. Aaron Reisner Schaefer. Dr. Schaefer is being hooded by her husband, Ben Schaefer. Haley Diane Shelton. Dr. Shelton is being hooded by her boyfriend, Brent Tapko. Alexandra Elizabeth Serco. Dr. Serco is being hooded by her father, Steve Serco. Ansley Nicole Smith. Dr. Smith is being hooded by her father, McCoy Smith. Noah Isaac Davis Smith. Dr. Smith is being hooded by his parents, Roy and Rebecca Smith. Shamoon Shante Spells. Dr. Spells is being hooded by her sister, Latrina Spells Mazik. Wesley Elizabeth Stubbs. Dr. Stubbs is being hooded by her father, Gable Stubbs. Abigail Breyer Swenson. Dr. Swenson is being hooded by her parents, Dave and Rita Swenson. Catherine Ellen Taylor. Dr. Taylor is being hooded by her mother, Linda Taylor, MUSC College of Pharmacy, class of 1982. Sandra Megan White. Dr. White is being hooded by her parents, Kevin and Amanda White. Kaylee Michelle Wilkins. Dr. Wilkins is being hooded by her roommate, Maddie Ennis. Claire Ine Yu. Dr. Yu is being hooded by her father, Youngwon Yu. Aaron Michael Young. Dr. Young is being hooded by his girlfriend, Emily McTish, MUSC College of Pharmacy, class of 2021. Please join me in congratulating the MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 2020 Doctor of Pharmacy graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Worrell, class of 2020, family and friends. Please accept my personal congratulations on all your achievements and dreams that were realized this afternoon. At this time, Dr. Mark Lapointe, the class of 2020 faculty advisor, will lead the graduates in the oath of the profession of pharmacy.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hall. Good afternoon, class of 2020. This is such a special moment. We're so proud of you all. It is quite a privilege to recite the oath of the pharmacist with you today. It's a special moment because you probably vividly remember the white coat ceremony back in August of 2016 with your friends, your parents, and significant others. So please take a moment to thank these people, because without them, you would not be here today for sure. I don't know if you remember, but at the time, back in 2016, we had proposed that the road to character be our theme for the next 4 years. And here we are 4 years later. You all now have the knowledge necessary to practice pharmacy, but also forge a character that is needed to be respected by your patients, but also your peers. My last words to you and my last story, I promise, before you graduate today are the following. Now you're a member of a very respected profession in your community. So starting tomorrow, the rules of engagement will change. So now you have to be advocate for social justice, human rights, and public health. And in August of 2016, I had recited the social sins that had been proposed in the early 1900 to promote social justice in India by Gandhi. And I just would like to recite them to you one last time, because I think it's important after you graduate that once in a while you have to look at yourself in the mirror and see where you stand. Remember, wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, worship without sacrifice, politics without principles, commerce without morality, science without humanity, and knowledge without character. And that very last one is the one that we try to emphasize. Now it is time for you to blossom professionally, but also express that beautiful character of yours. And like Dr. Hunt well said earlier, now it is time to care, C-A-R-E. So before we recite the oath, I'd like to thank some of your classmates who have acted as class officers over the last 4 years, who kept the drama to a minimum, especially particular eclectic regards to Zach Posey, to say, and also to my beloved NAFA member who were a big advocate to serve the underserved in our community. So I have developed special bonds with all of you. So I wanted to thank you for that. So at this point, it is time to recite the oath of our profession. Will the 2020 Doctor of Pharmacy graduate and all pharmacists here today prepare to recite the oath of the pharmacist, which is printed in the program. You may remain seated or stand while reciting the oath. Please raise your right hand and recite the oath together with me. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy in fulfilling this vow. I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethic, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare to the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations. Back to you, Dr. Hall.
Thank you, Dr. Lapointe. I would now like to invite Dr. Dave Surley, President of the South Carolina Pharmacy Association, Dr. Jason Mills, President of the South Carolina Society of Health Systems Pharmacists, and Kelly Hunt, representative of the MUSC Alumni Association, to extend to the graduates their welcome to the profession.
It is my great honor as the current president of South Carolina Pharmacy Association and as one of your pharmacy educators to congratulate you on the tremendous achievement and welcome you to our profession. Our state association includes pharmacists in all types of practice settings, including retail, hospital, long-term care, academia, residencies, and many others. Our aim is to advance the science and practice of pharmacy, protect our profession from outside forces that may cause it harm, and to improve care for patients we serve. Some of our most effective endeavors have centered around targeted education and legislative efforts in South Carolina that have helped advance our practice. Some of these include immunization protocol expansion, diabetes and hypertension MTM practice opportunities, reversal of unfair reimbursement practices from third parties, opioid education grants used to increase public awareness and help prevent loss of life, and Pharmacy Legislative Day at the Capitol, just to name a few. Every day in Columbia, our CEO, our staff, our board members, and lobbyists are working hard to fight for provider status, improved and safer working conditions for our pharmacists, and for changes in our State Practice Act that will advance the pharmacy profession. This is only possible because pharmacists, students, and technicians have become members and have chosen to stay involved and help in the fight. I personally have found membership in our state association to be invaluable as a practicing pharmacist and as an educator, and I hope each of you will join with us, stay involved, and help carry our profession forward. The State Pharmacy Association and I wish you the very best as you begin your career. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Jason Mills, President of the South Carolina Society of Health System Pharmacists.
Hello and good afternoon. I have the pleasure of welcoming the class of 2020 into their career. On behalf of the South Carolina Society of Health System Pharmacists, I welcome you to a profession that strikes a balance between an uncompromising world of science and a boundaryless world of art. As you all know, healthcare is a practice of change, and it will change throughout your entire career. The curriculum you have completed and the mentoring you have received have given you the necessary tools to adapt. As Dean Hall mentioned in his opening address, you, perhaps more than any other class, before you have gotten a head start in adapting to change. Now, I know I'm on the tail end of today's ceremony, and I promise I won't be long, but I only ask from one colleague to another to remember how you feel right now. It should be a mixture of excitement, probably a lot of relief, and maybe a little bit of fear. And that's how you should feel, because very soon you and your license will be out here helping patients, and that's an incredible responsibility. On your first day of independent practice coming up here soon, that responsibility should be present on your shoulders. But I know you're ready for it, and I look forward to working with you. So again, welcome to this prestigious profession. Congratulations, class of 2020. Now, some remarks from Mr. Kelly Hunt.
Thank you. On behalf of the Medical University of South Carolina Alumni Association and its more than 32,000 alumni, I want to congratulate the class of 2020 on this momentous occasion and welcome you all as professional colleagues and fellow alumni. As each of you pursue your career paths, I hope you will consider the reputation of our alma mater and how the success of our future graduates will benefit by your own contributions to your fields, just as you and I have followed in the broad steps of those who graduated before us. The goal of the MUSC Alumni Association is to keep MUSC alumni connected and engaged in this university that has trained us for our life's work. I encourage you to remember that the relationship that you and your alma mater share is one for life. I hope you will all participate actively as a loyal alumnus in the Medical University of South Carolina. Good luck to each of you as you move forward from today's celebration. We will follow your careers with great pride, and we look forward to connecting with you in the near future at one of our alumni gatherings. Thank you.
This concludes the class of 2020 awards and hooding ceremony. I want to thank the families, faculty, staff, friends who took part in today's historic virtual event. While we would like to be gathering in person for the traditional ceremony, we have tried to recreate that sense of community as much as possible. Thank you for your enthusiasm and your patience. Unfortunately, there's one thing we couldn't do this afternoon. Right now, there's somebody you really want to hug, a faculty member, a fellow student, someone who couldn't be with you. So I want each of you to write down the name of a person as soon as you safely, the name of the person, and as soon as you can safely do it, give them a hug. You can tell them the dean made you do it. Finally, I would like to thank the class of 2020. I hope that during the last 4 years, we have been able to inspire you. But I want you to know that you have inspired me. Your unquenchable spirit in the face of this pandemic is something I will never forget and always appreciate. You are truly an extraordinary class. Before we end today's celebration, we're going to give everyone a chance to wave goodbye to the faculty, staff, and graduates. Feel free to use the chat function in Zoom one last time to send messages to those special people who made this journey possible for you. Following our goodbyes, we will then end today's program with a slideshow for the graduates. Today's ceremony has been recorded. The recording link will be sent to the graduates next week. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, alumni, friends of the MUSC College of Pharmacy, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, shoot. I just...
That's his background.